No ice? If your Samsung fridge's ice maker is checked out, you're in the right place. I'm Rory with AppliancePartsPros.com, and today we're swapping it out so you can get back to those cold drinks. Even if you've never tackled a fridge repair, this one's easier than it sounds. We'll walk through removing the old ice maker, popping in a new one, and getting your ice maker back on track. Let's get started. With over 2 million products in stock and the know-how to help you do it yourself, we are AppliancePartsPros.com. First things first, let's talk tools. You'll need a Phillips head screwdriver, a small flat blade screwdriver, and a multimeter. And remember, safety matters. Unplug your refrigerator or flip the breaker before removing or replacing any electrical components. Alright, before you swap out the ice maker, let's make sure it's actually the culprit. Samsung ice makers can look dead when the problem's somewhere else. Bad water valve, sensor, or control signal. So here's how to test it step by step. Power is always applied to the ice maker when the fridge is plugged in, so you can test it without tearing anything apart yet. Just remove the ice bucket. To start, locate the ice maker test switch. It's that small button on the side of the ice maker. Press and hold it for about 5 seconds. Now watch what happens. If it doesn't rotate or do anything at all, you've got one of 3 problems. The ice maker assembly itself has failed, the control board isn't sending input, or the wiring connection to the board or the ice maker is bad. In that case, we'll need to check for voltage at the main control board in the back. We're about to be testing with live voltage, so take this part seriously. Always use extreme care to protect yourself from electrical shock. It can cause serious injury. And if you're not comfortable using a multimeter around live power, skip the live test altogether. It's not worth the risk. If you're still with us, we'll need to take off the control cover to get to the board. Once that's out of the way, get your meter ready by setting it to read DC voltage. If you're not too familiar with using a multimeter, we've got a quick walkthrough that covers everything you need to know. You can find that video linked in the description. It's a good idea to cycle power off of the fridge for about 30 seconds before taking this reading, just to make sure we don't have the ice maker in some kind of test mode. At the CN90 number 4 terminal, we'll be looking for 5 volts from there to neutral when the ice maker is in standby. If that voltage is present, replace the ice maker. And if it isn't, replace the main control board. If the ice maker does rotate when you hit the test button, good. Now we'll check if the control signals are working. Look at the CN90 number 5 and number 6 connections. These handle the ice scoop and guide sensors. We'll be checking each of them to that same neutral as before. You'll probably need an extra set of hands to press the ice maker test button while checks are being made at the main control board. During operation, you should see voltages switch between about 0 volts when it's on standby and around 4.9 volts when the ice maker is rotating or before completing a cycle. If those voltages aren't normal, check your wiring harness first. Loose or corroded connectors are common here. If that doesn't fix it, replace the ice maker kit. And if the problem's still there after that, you're looking at a bad main control board. Once we're done with testing, we can put the control cover back in place. Now, if those readings indicate you need to replace the ice maker, you're going to need to know how to remove it when you're ready with the new one. Let me show you how to get that taken care of. Start by unplugging the refrigerator or turning it off at the breaker and opening the fridge section doors all the way to give yourself some space. Now find the screw holding the wire housing cover and remove it. Slide the cover off and set it aside. Disconnect the ice maker housing connector by pressing the locking tab and gently pulling the 2 halves apart. Next, remove the screw securing the duct tray. Use your flathead screwdriver to push the duct to the right and release it from the locking tab. Gently push down the refrigerant pipe just enough to clear the ice maker. No need to force anything. Then press the locking hook while pulling the ice maker toward you. At the same time, push down on the duct tray and carefully slide the ice maker out. Here's our ice maker. If you've already got a new one, perfect. If not, you can grab the right one at AppliancePartsPros.com. To install it, just reverse the steps. Slide the new ice maker into place, guide it under the refrigerant line, and press it in until it clicks and locks. Reconnect the duct tray and secure it with the screw. Plug the housing connector back in. Reinstall the wire housing covering its screw. Then slide the ice bucket back into place. And that's it. Before you call it done, jot down your fridge's model number and head over to AppliancePartsPros.com to find the exact ice maker you need. Most parts ship out fast, usually in just a couple of days. Once your new part arrives, our step-by-step videos will walk you through it, start to finish. And if this video helped, or if you ran into a snag, drop us a comment below. We'd love to hear how it went.